gotta see which one I want to read.
Yeah, this is for Shaq. Since Shaq ain't here.
Oh, Shaq loves my poetry.
Shout out to Shaq.
And he loves him from 6ix9ine.
Your man just dropped the album, boy. And unfortunately, he better not drop the soap neither.
Probably did already.
I think y'all should come back to me because I'm still looking for something. But I'm reading something today. It's been a while.
Nah, shout out to Free 6ix9ine, if y'all say that. But yo, what's going on, y'all? We had another episode of Rose Above It podcast. I'm your boy T Rose.
Yo, what's up? What's up? It's Philly.
Yo, it's Dens. What up?
Yeah, my man Dens is replacing my man Shaq for good. Cause Shaq.
What?
Yo, Shaq, you inconsistent, son. He lost his segment. Nah, I'm fucking with him.
About to say,
I'm fucking with you.
He's on daddy duty, and if we don't respect his daddy duty, that's like y'all not respecting my motherhood. So
we don't respect.
That's all right, Shaq. You do your thing. We'll see you when we see you.
Shout out to Shaq. Shout out to my man PJ on the cameras right now. Shout out to Lula in the cut doing production, management, supervising stuff, or just reading text, either or. But yeah, what's going on, y'all? How's everybody's Thanksgiving festivities? How was the week?
So I guess I'll start because I had a house party. Guys.
Yo, did you invite the boyfriend or the boo?
Damn, on the podcast?
No.
Oh yeah.
Yes. I told him to come by for some food. He didn't come. So it's like, it's not that I didn't invite him. I was just like, come for some food.
Why did he not go?
I don't know. But anyways, I had a house party, right?
Oh, wait, no. We ain't just gonna skip past it. He ain't go out like it's okay. So what reason? Why did he? There must have been a reason why he didn't go. He's new. If you a new boyfriend, you ain't gonna be like, yo, I'm a new boo, and your shorty invite you. You think he's not gonna go?
Well, that's the thing is he's a boo. We talking, so So
he's like an intern.
Right, we kind of feeling things out. We working on our compatibility right now.
My fault.
No, you good.
The dude that was sleeping is now awake.
Yeah, we had a crack him outside.
So he's good. He's alive. That's really good.
That's perfect.
So, but still, even in the beginning, right? Even in the beginning when you talk to somebody, it's supposed to feel like, yo, because it's a house party. You ain't like he going to meet the parents. So if you like, yo, come through. I got food. I got drinks. I got things. Come chill. All
right. Well, tell me why you wouldn't come by. I don't know. Maybe it's something that I don't know.
Why? Who didn't come by?
Dance. Both of y'all in relationships.
No. I would say, I thought you meant like why I didn't go personally. Like why I didn't go.
Why would a guy not show up if they was invited to a get together at their bae boo house?
But did he give you an explanation, or it was just like he said he was coming and then didn't come?
Yeah. Basically, I was like, yo, I'm doing. So originally, I didn't invite him. I was talking about it, didn't invite him. Then last minute, he was like, he actually brought it up. He was like, so you invited me, or? And I was like, yeah, of course, yeah, sure.
So he felt the type of way.
Yeah, he definitely felt
the type of way.
So
like,
that's what it is.
I had to ask to be invited. Okay. She didn't want me there. Fuck her. That's how you felt.
And then you feel me? I don't know him like that, so you feel me? He could have been the type of dude to be like, all right, you feel me? She didn't want to invite me because she had another dude that she didn't want me to know about there.
Well, what did he say? I think he said he was like, oh, I'll stop by to make sure you're not kissing on none of your friends. So he has this thing, right?
So wait, so is that insecurity? I didn't. That's kind of to bring that up in the beginning. Is he insecure?
Okay. I don't know. I guess that's like a little sign of a little weakness right there, right? But he don't like the fact that I have female. Not female. He doesn't like the fact that I have male friends. And that for me, like we've been friends for years, and that really don't work with me. I have guy friends.
Well, a lot of guys have to be comfortable with the fact, or uncomfortable with the fact that females have guy friends. Because a lot of people feel like guys and girls can't be friends. I know a lot of people feel that way.
That's definitely a conversation. I know Suave, she talks about that all the time. She don't believe in that at all. She's like, nope. It started off because one of y'all wanted each other. Maybe y'all friends now. And then I think it's just like, well, hey, maybe one of y'all did maybe want each other. But if it never went there and if it never was spoken about, can you guys get past that? Can you guys just be friends?
Well, dudes do play the friend zone. Dudes really play the friend zone because to get to where they trying to get to. So I'm not even gonna say act like that ain't true.
So one of the interesting things that this guy said, right? He said the reason why he don't really be feeling comfortable with male friends is because he's been the male friend to be the fake cousin or the friend.
So he's played the side nigga.
He's been the person that the girl brings around her boyfriend on some, now we never did anything. So I think that's where he's coming from. He's like, I've been that person too many times.
Yeah.
But that's whack. Like, just because you've been that person don't mean that I'm out here living that life.
I mean,
yeah, nah. Coming from a dude. Coming from a dude that definitely played this side, like a side dude, a couple different times with a couple different shorties.
So you've been a fake cousin before?
Not a fake cousin. I've been a
best friend.
I've been not a best friend. I don't play that best friend shit because I have a best friend. I would hate for a female to look at me differently because I have a best friend that I grew up with that I'm very comfortable hanging out with, and so I wouldn't want to lose my
credibility.
Yeah, my credibility with that. But you feel me? Coming from like I definitely been. Oh, I'm gonna go do this dude's hair, and you feel me? Shorty definitely like I like homie picked her up from my crib before. Like
nah, yeah, I ain't go front.
After some smashing.
I know. Yes, in college, I know a boy who was in this girl's room and her boyfriend worked in. He pretended to be gay. Like,
oh man,
like pretended to be gay so he could just walk up out of there and no issues.
That's crazy.
But you know, dudes do the most just for to get to crack. You know what I'm saying? Dudes do the most. But how did that party end up going, Philly?
Okay, so
how
my
did the party end up going?
So my party, it was really fun because the new place I'm at is my first apartment by myself. It's me and Paige. My cousin's staying with me now.
Shout out to the new apartment.
Where's it at?
When did you say that?
I mean, it's not new. I've been there for a year and a half.
Not even in a.
It's the same place.
It's the same place.
But it's new energy, new vibes.
It's new because I got curtains. Yo, I got curtains. So, you know who
No, you didn't say it's new because I got curtains.
No, it's new because I got curtains because now it feels like a home. That feeling was crazy. I had sheets in my windows. And it's so funny. Do you remember Marcus Sweat?
Philly a project chick.
No, okay, so wait, hold on.
Yeah, sheets in the window.
You remember Marcus Sweat?
Yeah, Marcus Sweat went to Yonkers.
Yes.
Yeah.
I bumped into him maybe like a couple weeks ago. We exchanged numbers, and I told him to pull up to the Friendsgiving. He ended up coming. So now I have like a little porch back deck or whatever. He tried already. It never happened. So there's like a little porch or back deck, whatever. So we're chilling back there, and I think, what were they talking? They were talking about something, and Marcus was looking around, and he's like, yeah, you can't talk to none of these people, these girls out here, especially if they got sheets in the windows, you know. Oh. And I'm like, yo, bro, I just had sheets in my windows 2 days ago. What are you telling me? Like.
That means... step your shit up.
But I'm not gonna lie, I got those curtains and it really felt like a home. I got a gallery space now. Like, I got this wall in my apartment that I have like my paintings, Paislin's paintings, some stuff that I either took from Blue Door that nobody claimed for a few years, or things that people have given me. So I have a little gallery space. It's nice. And I had a whole house party. Like, and that's the first time I had people in my space like that. Like, I had about 20 people in there.
That's nice.
That's good vibes. That's good vibes. Did anybody have to get too drunk that they had to spend the night or anything? Yep.
No, my family stayed over the whole weekend. That was a beautiful thing too.
Okay.
So I haven't seen some family members in like 5 years, 10 years. So that was really, really dope. So I had a house party, a Friendsgiving, and y'all were not there. I was definitely kind of sad about that.
I definitely told you I couldn't make it.
I know.
Nah,
that don't mean I still wasn't sad.
I'm sorry. But we about to switch the tempo real quick. Yo. So I was called.
Somebody been practicing. I like it.
Y'all see the transitions?
I like it.
No. But so I was called ignorant at my job. So I was at work, right? So tell me if I'm wrong. Y'all, we are a progressive. I like to say we're a progressive podcast. We accept gays, straights, lesbians, everything, right? Transgenders.
You are inclusive,
right? Everybody,
yeah.
right? So I was at work, and a conversation came up about two. I don't know if y'all ever heard about the two black girls who became guys. I don't know if y'all seen that on World Star or something like that. So, but
Like last year-ish, right?
yeah.
So they got a YouTube channel?
Yes. So they're coming to my job, right?
Okay.
So they're coming to my job. They're doing a segment at my job. So I'm like, yo. So they have the pictures on the computer. They're like, yo, these are the guys that are they're coming on Friday. So I come in. I'm like, yeah, I know those girls. I watched the documentary when they was girls, and they're like, guys, and I'm like, yeah, guys, but all due respect, like, women, like they're girls. So
you fucked up.
Look, see, hold on.
Up.
Let me explain. So I know, of course, clearly, they are now known as men. Correct?
They are men.
Listen, your gender, their gender is male, correct? Right?
Oh yeah, I don't even know.
But their sex is still female.
They are who they say they are.
No. Your gender is what you say you are. Your gender is the role you play in society.
You can't walk up to them and tell them your gender is this and your sex is that.
No, of course I would never do that. I respect everybody. So if you're transgender and you're a girl want to be a guy, of course, in the street and in real life, I will always be like, yes, sir. Whatever, if you're a guy that wants to be a girl, man, of course, if that's what you want to be, I'm gonna respect what you want to be. I'm not gonna disrespect. Listen, I pro-choice. Do what you want. Yeah. Be happy. As long as you're happy, I'm happy. But if we're getting technical, right? Your sex is whatever you come out as when you're born. Whatever the doctor puts on that paper, boy, girl, whatever it is, that's your sex. That your sex can never change, but your gender can change. Am I wrong? Like, no. You know what I'm saying? Your gender is what makes you, like, you know, I'm a guy. Like, don't call me that. I'm a guy. Like, I get that. You know what I'm saying? So am I wrong?
Okay, so gender. So sex is what? Sex is
whatever you're born as. Like,
what is it called? What are the sexes?
Man and female.
And then what is gender?
Your gender is whatever you are. Girl, guy.
What do you identify as?
Whatever you identify as. A dog, a monkey, whatever you are. You say you are. That's your gender.
How you feel
okay,
you
so
are.
what if someone... So you're saying someone can't change their sex?
No. You can't change your sex.
You can't.
Your sex is what you're born with. Sex is what they have on your paper. Like on your birth certificate, it says sex. That's your sex. But your gender, like when you go to the bathroom and it says gender, male or female, if you are a girl and you feel like, yo, dog, I need to take a piss and you want to be a guy and go to the guys, cool. By any means, I believe you have the right to. That's your gender. But your sex is something I feel like you can't change your sex.
How can't you change your sex?
Is it sex versus gender? Sex and gender are two different things. Gender is the role you play in society.
Right, but what if someone goes and does a surgery and changes their genitals?
Then that's fine, but that's your gender. That's what you chose to do. But your sex is what you're born with. Like, if I'm born a guy, your sex is a guy.
I don't see. I hear you, but like, what happens if someone goes transgender, right? And I think this would be a good conversation to have someone that's actually transgender at the table.
Yeah, that's why I was trying to save this for that conversation, but it's just been on my mind.
Let's say like they get their paperwork because they're gonna change their name, you know, and then I could assume that once you change your name, and if your name is like, you know, you're going from a woman to a man, and you did a whole sex change and you changed your name, you wouldn't want your paperwork saying that you're a female anymore. You would want it to match with your new identity. So that
makes a lot of sense. I never thought about. That makes a lot of sense. But what too
you
is,
wouldn't want to be like, hi, my name is Franklin, and then like your sex is female when you have a whole dick.
Yeah, actually, that's what I'm saying. But I think you can legally change your name, but I don't know if, like, on the birth certificate, I'm not sure. This is a question. This is why you're right. It's a good conversation to have with a transgender person, because I honestly just want to know: is it possible, like, when you get your new paperwork, when you change if you could change your identity in your name, can you change your sex?
I mean, I'm not saying I really don't know. So I'm just like out here, just like. But I could imagine that you have one birth certificate. That is that from when you were born. But then when you change your identity, I could see, you know, it makes sense to come up with new paperwork that has new information. So maybe this is what you were at birth, but this is who you are now. And people need to respect everything about you that you are now.
So here's my question. Perfect. So we had this other person at my job, right? This is a white girl who turned herself black.
She did.
She turned her skin color black.
They everywhere.
She said she was white. She turned her skin color black, and she called herself a black woman. Women were offended. Women at my job, black women at my job, were pissed.
I would have been pissed too.
But my thing is that not the same thing? Like, what if a white girl is like, yo, Rachel Dozer identifies as herself as a black woman and says, I love black culture, I respect it, I love black culture, and I identify as a black woman, and she says, yo, I want to make my skin a little darker. Would y'all accept that? Just curious. Would y'all accept that?
Yes. Honestly, because like especially in the society where we live in, everybody's changing genders if they want to change race. Mm-hmm. You feel me? At this point, it's just like we're in some acceptance, freedom of free everything. Mm-hmm. We letting anybody do whatever's going on, whatever they want to do. We're supporting any choice that they take. So I can't be. Internally, I'm even mad. But you feel me? I'm gonna. All right, do your thing. As long as you don't step. As long as you don't step out of bounds and be like if she's a white girl, she just say, "Yo, my nigga," like I'm probably gonna feel some type of way about it.
Like, let's keep this clear.
I think it's impossible.
Let's keep hold on. Let's keep this clear. Let's keep it clear. I am playing devil's advocate, so I'm pro-choice for everything. Like there's I respect and love everybody. Just so anybody who's listening or watching this.
Well, not me. I think it's impossible.
What's impossible?
I do not think that you can just get up and change your race.
See, you see. So time out. So I'm just curious to know, how does that differ from changing sex?
Well, you can go and get your sex surgically changed. You can go from male to female.
I can bleach my skin from brown to white.
That does not take away your hereditary. That does not take away your whole bloodline.
But just like when
how are you walking around saying that you're black, but your family comes from like Europe or some place in New Zealand or some shit? Like you can't take that away. Like what type of black culture do you have? What are your holidays? What are your what are your traditions?
But my thing is, what
are you gonna be like adopted into a black family? Like that doesn't make sense. No, being black is a part of a culture that they will never be able to enjoy because that's part of a bloodline.
But hold on. Yeah. I was saying you can get adopted. It's like say if I'm a white kid and I'm adopted,
or did she just decide?
This is my thing. When it comes to changing sex, all these questions ain't answered because nowadays it's like, oh no, how they feel, respect how they feel. Of course, and that's what I'm saying, that's how it should be. But now when you talk about race,
it's a whole different thing.
That's what I'm saying. See, I'm saying black people, we can't have energy. We gotta have the same energy. We can't take it one way and then be like, oh, but when it comes to this, no, eyes closed, eyes shut.
Being black is not even about a skin complexion. Anyway.
No. It's a culture, there's a lot of white people who really genuinely like our culture and want to be black. Who are like, yo,
and that's
I
okay.
like this.
They could want to be black, but I just feel like I would have such a hard time like respecting it. Honestly, that's just my opinion. Like you will never go through what other people go through. I mean, even with me, like I'm biracial. Like I'm black and white, so it's kind of like, I don't even really get the full brunt of what it means to be a black person in America, but I do get the feeling of what it means to be biracial, and that's a whole different war in itself. Mm-hmm. People don't know if I'm white or they don't believe me when I'm black. They always, why are you trying to be down? Or everyone want to talk to me in Spanish. So it's like,
Yeah, you absolutely do look Spanish, by the way. But but no. But honestly, I'm bringing this up for conversation just because I want us, especially as black people, as just people in general, I want us to be open-minded because when we talk transgender, when we talk transgender, there's a lot of people from the islands, like especially Jamaican men, who still aren't as progressive and still don't feel like, yo, it's okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people who don't feel like it's okay. Like, but at the same time, we look at those island people like, yo, they're ignorant. They should accept these people, which I believe and I feel the same way. But now when we talk about race, yo, now it's like, yo, nah, hell no.
Well, we can't. Because
my thing is like, if you could change, because you could change from a guy to a girl and get surgery, but it doesn't change your reproductive. There's certain things in your reproductive system that you can never change.
Right, but you can have almost the same experiences if you're a man, then you would like if you were going from a woman to a man, you can be more masculine.
But this is the thing.
There's so many like medications you take to fully take on that role.
But
like you could really physically completely be that role.
So
when you are deciding to want to change your race, there is no definite way that you can fully take on that role.
But you said something earlier. You said
You study.
You said something earlier. You said that being black is more than a skin color. It's a feeling, correct? So if a girl goes to a guy, there's no surgery that can tell this female what a black man goes through, even if she's a black woman and turns to a black male. There's more to being a black man. There's a struggle that comes with it. So she could change from being a black woman to a black guy, but you can't experience and go through the same exact thing, the same exact feelings, the same exact hardships that we go through. And that's why I'm saying it's kind of one and the same if you think about it. You know what I'm saying? And that's all I'm trying to say. Like, and of course, if I'm never, but not bashing anybody, transgender. No, we love and respect everybody, always. Want to just make that clear once again. Love and respect. Just because sometimes people call you ignorant just from questioning things or just asking questions like
they ignorant.
They're not ignorant because the people I'm talking about, I love them. Like, you know what I'm saying? At my job, you know what I'm saying? I love them.
But you can't call them ignorant, but I call them ignorant.
But it's just like that's why I just want, especially black women, because black women are so, y'all are so. You guys are so opinionated in y'all how you feel. You're passionate about what you
stand by it too.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like if you feel like yo, this should be right, this is right. But then when you bring up like yo, what about race? Then it's like, especially black women with race. Like, so what if a black guy wanted to be a white guy wanted to be a black woman? Then it's like what? What you mean? Nah, he can't. He could be a woman, but he ain't gonna be a black woman.
It's the same thing. You feel me? If you got the money to do it, then
I can't believe that.
Honestly, you can do it in America.
You definitely can do it. Did you see today on the news there was an Instagram model who is a white girl who has over 500,000 followers who has been betraying to be a black woman until she took a picture with no makeup on. It can be done. Everybody who followed her thought she was a black girl.
Do you respect that person?
Listen, my thing is the best way of.
But like she had a darker skin.
Yeah, she had darker skin tone. She never said she was black, but
her lighting and her pictures were just like
right. She like looking tan.
Yeah, she clearly.
Look,
my thing is imitation is the best flatteration.
I got a confession too. It's a little off topic, but my confession is that
I'm a man.
that would have been perfect, right?
Philly would still be on the podcast, man. You good.
Y'all can call me Phil. No, that's not my confession. But one of my confessions is that I don't know how old I was, but I for a little while, maybe like 3 months, maybe like 3 to 5 months, I was obsessed with tanning.
Bro?
Yes.
Why did you feel like that being darker made you more attractive, or you feel like? Because I always want, because as somebody who's already dark and I never have to tan, I've never understood what the fascination with tanning was.
Tanning for me made me feel like I was validated. Like it made me feel like, well, at least if I was tan a little bit, maybe like no one would mistaken me for a Hispanic, or maybe I'll look a lot more black.
Oh wow!
Like because like I identify as black. Like my parents don't speak Spanish. I have some grandparents that speak Spanish, but they speak Spanish and Creole because that's what our country speaks. Mm-hmm. Our language is mainly English, and then there's certain like villages that speak Spanish. So you learn Spanish to be able to communicate, but our main language is not Spanish, and we don't really have a Spanish culture. Like it's really an island culture, and I really wanted to look like an island girl. What does an island girl look like? Yeah. Something like Rihanna. I already got the light eyes. Let me go and let me get a little darker. And you know how much money I would spend?
But the crazy thing is that
3 minutes.
Oh, 3 minutes? All right, cool. Damn, we gotta make this real quick. All right, the crazy thing is that
I didn't even get to read a poem. Next time.
Behind the scenes. Nah, I'm just kidding. Nah, but the crazy thing is most people want to be lighter. That's like it's funny because I'm darker skin, so I know a lot of darker skin who be like, yo, son, I'm
They want
especially in the
bleach.
summertime, like yo, I'm mad black, like yo, I can't like,
Y'all
and
come out.
and the crazy thing is like there's a stigma that like being lighter gets you more things in
Oh
America.
yeah.
Spice, the Jamaican.
The Jamaican artist, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she bleached her skin. She got a lot of heat up.
She didn't bleach her skin. So she had a music video that came out, and like she had wrote all these posts about how she bleached her skin, and it really came out that she didn't, because she came out with a song from like promoting like how saying like
It's
she
being
always thought that her skin was like dark skin was
Yeah.
bad, and like you know how a lot of Jamaican like women like bleach their skin, and she wanted to come out with a song to kind of promote the fact that like black is beautiful.
Black is beautiful.
She didn't do that.
Yeah.
Whatever, but like she got so much backlash because everybody really thought that she bleached her skin, but she didn't.
Yeah.
She made a post and like had her skin really light.
Yeah, nah. But it's crazy, and just like Black China's in Africa selling bleaching products, like stuff like that. For me, that's sad to see.
Or like when Little Kim.
That's sad to see, huh? Like, yeah,
It was Little Kim, right?
yeah. It's a lot of people that's just out there that thinking that's dope. I don't know, high school kids, man. High school kids.
Like Lil Kim went from like being all black and beautiful and then looking like a little ghost.
Yeah, I mean, it's the world we live in. That skin color is such a big deal, and I just wanted to tell y'all that share that, like, you know what I'm saying, that little debacle I had.
Thank you for sharing that, because I didn't even realize how strong my views was on that until you mentioned it. Like,
Yeah.
I still don't know. I'm still in my head about a white man wanting to turn into a black woman. Like
But
that.
just
like,
because it's like being
Like, it's
just
bothering me.
Just like I said,
It's
you can't
really
teach
bothering me.
a girl how to be a guy, or what a black man goes through. You can't either what a black woman goes through. If a guy turns to a woman, you know what I'm saying? Like, of course, you support everything you do, but he wouldn't know exactly what a black woman goes through or a woman goes through in general. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying. Like,
I mean,
I
you
get it, and
can't-
I get it, and I
Yeah.
always respect people, and I always. But there's a lot that goes into my thought process when I hear or see certain things. You know what I'm saying?
You can't knock somebody who feels deeply in the inside of their soul
Oh, not at
that
all.
they are
Not at
a
all.
black woman and they actually a white man.
Listen. That's all my thing. My thing is, if we're gonna accept something, let's just accept it all across the board.
That's just
That's all I'm saying. Yo,
Let's wrap this up before we get no more camera footage.
yo. So this is another short episode. This might be an extra episode we might release during the week of Rose Above It podcast.
what a crazy episode.
It was kind of dope. Good combos. It's just us. You feel me? I vibe things. You feel? Rose Above It. Signing off. You heard?